Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Heinkel. Hope you're all having a great day today. And today I got another gold guide video here for you guys. Today we're going to be covering the shotguns. This is going to be more of a diamond weapon guide because we're going to be covering all of them in this one video. The only one that I actually have not completed for shotguns is the double barrel, but we're going to get to that later. There's actually a challenge that is bugged and it's impossible to complete it as of right now until a patch comes out. So other than that one challenge, I've got everything done and I'm going to be covering them. They're pretty straightforward, they're pretty easy. Right now on screen you guys are going to be seeing the class setup that I use for all these weapons, all the attachments that I use. Now I'm not claiming these to be the absolute best loadout for these weapons, but this is what I use and this is what I found success with. So feel free to copy this if you want. You can pause the video and take a look at all the attachments that I used. I'll leave it up on screen and I'll even put it down in the description to help you guys out even further. And so we're going to be covering all the common challenges that are the same between all the shotguns, and then I'm going to go one by one on each shotgun, the 3 attachment specific challenges, which are all also pretty easy. Overall, I had a good time using these shotguns over the weekend on DOS House 24/7, getting them gold. If you guys have been playing this game at all on DOS House, you will know that these shotguns are pretty much running the game right now. Everyone's using it. It used to be the SCG and the MP40, and then everyone found out how busted some of these shotgun loadouts are. So if I were y'all, I would recommend going ahead and getting these gold, or at least as gold as you can. Get as much progress done as you can, because I have a feeling that some of these might catch a nerf with the first update. That hasn't been confirmed, but I just have a feeling. The only one that I really had trouble with was the Gracey auto. I thought this was the worst out of the shotguns, or maybe I was just using it wrong. Maybe I didn't have the right setup or something, but other than the Gracey auto, I had a really easy time getting all these done. So we're not going to waste any more time, guys. Let's get right into it. So the first challenge is to get 300 eliminations. This is very self-explanatory. There's not much you can say about this one. This is just going to happen as you're leveling up the gun. You'll get this done very fast. The next one is to get 50 headshots. This one is actually easier than it sounds. I know some people, when they think headshots with shotguns, are like, ah, man, that's so annoying. But it actually happens naturally, a lot more commonly than you would expect. And you're going to take a long time leveling up all these weapons to level 70. So honestly, don't worry about it. It should get done on its own. And honestly, even if you are having trouble with it, don't worry about it on some of these guns, because some of these guns have attachment specific challenges at the end where you have to get 50 more headshots. So if you really are just having trouble for whatever reason, just wait until that challenge gets unlocked and stack it with those headshots. But overall, they do come pretty easily. I mean, if you're really having trouble, just try to aim a little bit higher so that one of the pellets ends up hitting the enemy in the head. And like I said, you really shouldn't have any problems with these. The next one is going to be to get 50 multi-kills. So this one should be very easy on maps like DOS House. And at the time of recording this video, we're about to get shipment here in 2 days. So if you're watching this at a later date, go into shipment, go into DOS House, maybe even play hardcore if you're having trouble with other guns such as the Gracey auto. And the multi-kills should just come pretty easily to you. Multi-kills in this game are very lenient. You have a lot of time in between kills, and you only have to get a double kill. It doesn't have to be like a triple kill or a quad kill or anything. Just a simple double kill will do, and you have plenty of time in between kills. And as of right now, these shotguns are very powerful. So like I said, this should be very easy. The next one is to get 30 Bloodthirsties, which is a 5 kill streak for those of you that don't know. So essentially, it's saying you have to get a 5 kill streak with a weapon 30 times. Now, as of right now, at the time of me recording this video, the way that Bloodthirsties actually work in this game is that you actually don't have to get all 5 kills with the shotgun. You can run an overkill class and use like whatever gun you want, let's say for example an MP40, because that's a really good SMG. If you're having trouble getting all 5 kills, just use another weapon, use an MP40 or something that's really good and OP right now. Well, not OP, but like the meta, like what everyone's using, a really powerful gun. And, you know, get 4 kills, but just make sure that that 5th kill for the Bloodthirsty, make sure that kill comes from the shotgun. If you do that, as of right now, the Bloodthirsty will count towards this challenge. I don't know if they intended for this and they're going to fix that at a later date, or if they did this on purpose and they're going to leave it. But either way, yeah, take advantage of it while it lasts. That's if you're having trouble with getting Bloodthirsties regularly. Like I said, play small maps like DOS House and Shipment. And the shotguns right now are just kind of you know, taking over this game. So it should be pretty easy for you to get these 30 Bloodthirsties done, especially considering you unlock it at a pretty early level. And like I said, you're going to take a long time getting all these guns to level 70, so you've got plenty of time to do this. But if it is your last challenge, and for whatever reason you are still having trouble even while using another weapon, I would recommend just playing a little bit slower, play kind of campy, as some people might call it. Just do whatever you got to do to get these Bloodthirsties, you know. The next one is going to be to get 50 long-range kills. These actually are not as bad as they sound, especially with weapons such as the combat shotgun, because if you put the right attachments on the combat shotgun and the double barrel as well, the range is pretty far, and you can get long shots pretty easily in regular core. So just load up your shotgun with as many damage range attachments as you can. And if you are having too much trouble, like I had a lot of trouble getting long shots with the Einhorn Revolving shotgun and the Gracey auto, so for those I had to go play hardcore for a little bit. Honestly, you could probably do that with all of them. That's probably really the easiest way to get 50 long shots, but either way, not that hard. It's only 50 of them. Just try to find a good area on the map that enemies tend to go towards a lot, and just kind of hunker down and hold that position, and make sure you're at a good enough distance to where it will count as a long shot. The next one is to get 100 close range kills. This is very easy with shotguns, and it's even easier now. These used to be 100 point blank kills, but Sledgehammer actually ended up changing these across the board for all weapons last week to where now it says 100 close range kills. And not only did they change the wording, but they also increased the distance that you need to get a close range kill. So these are very easy. Honestly, I was getting these done just by playing the game regularly as I would with the shotgun. Like, I wasn't even thinking about these. So this one, it's going to come natural. You should not have to worry about these, especially if you're playing on maps such as Das Haus and Shipment. The next one is to get 100 one-shot kills. So this one is very easy to do for the combat shotgun and the double barrel in regular core. For the Einhorn Revolving and the Gracey auto, you might have to go to hardcore for this one. It is possible to hit one-shot kills with the revolving shotgun in core, but you have to have like really good attachments on it, and you have to make sure you're close enough. And the Gracey auto, honestly, just forget about it and go to hardcore for this, I would recommend, because really the only way I ever got one-shot kills with this thing was if I was like literally point blank range. So yeah, for the revolving and the Gracey auto, I would recommend hardcore. The revolving is possible in core, but it's just going to be so much easier in hardcore. And the combat shotgun and the double barrel, if you don't like hardcore, you can easily do these in core. So those are all the common challenges that are the same between all four shotguns. Now I'm going to go one by one and go over all of the attachment specific challenges, which are the survivalist, mind games, and death artist categories for all the shotguns. All of these challenges are different from each other on each gun, but they're all pretty simple and easy to do. And just a reminder to anyone who might not know, when you do these attachment specific challenges, you don't only have to use those 3 attachments, you just have to make sure that you're using those 3 attachments in your setup. You can use whatever attachments you want for the other 7. You just have to make sure that you have the ones that are specifically listed. So first I'm going to go over the Einhorn Revolving shotgun. The survivalist category is to get 50 kills without taking damage from that specific enemy that you kill. And these are the attachments you need. You need the sawed-off barrel, the 16 gauge 7-round cylinder mags, and the rise door folding stock. Once again, you don't only have to use these 7 attachments. I'm just putting it up here on the screen to show you where to find these attachments at. So yeah, once again, feel free to use whatever other 7 attachments you want. Just make sure that you have these 3 for this challenge. There's not much I can say about this challenge. This shotgun is pretty capable of getting easy one-shot kills. One thing I would say is, you know, sneak up behind people, make sure they're not looking at you, get an easy kill. If you're having too much trouble, maybe try hardcore, where you'll definitely be getting one-shot kills on enemies who don't suspect you're there. Next up is mind games for the revolving shotgun, and this is to get 100 ADS kills while using the Klauser 710mm O2B barrel, the 12 gauge 5-cylinder mags, and the rec proficiency. And there's not really much I can say about this one. Just make sure you're aiming down sights, maybe hold a line of sight down, and just get them done. Maybe for your other 7 attachments, run some attachments that are going to increase your ADS speed. And last, for the revolving shotgun, Death Artist requires you to get 100 hipfire kills while moving with the birdshot 5-round cylinder mags, the VDD Hunter stock, and Gung Ho Proficiency. Gung Ho is going to make this challenge so much easier. Just sprint into the enemy spawns on Das House and just keep hip firing while you're sprinting. I've seen so many people do it. It's so overpowered, and it's honestly a lot of fun. If you're having too much trouble in core, once again, maybe try to go to hardcore. And you don't even have to be really sprinting and using the Gung Ho Proficiency to your advantage to get this. Just make sure if you're like, sitting in a corner or you go up behind someone, just make sure you're moving forward or moving left to right, like strafing while you get the kill. These overall are pretty easy. Alright, moving on to the combat shotgun. So for this weapon, for survivalists, you need once again 100 ADS kills while using the Chariot 16-inch short barrel, the 12 gauge 5-round tube mags, and the CGC 2M wire stock. Again, really straightforward, not much I can say. For your other 7 attachments, maybe make sure that you have some ADS speed attachments on there. For mind games for the combat shotgun, you have to get 100 hip fire kills while moving once again with the Framble No. 3 barrel, the CGC 3M adjustable stock, and the steady proficiency. So unfortunately for this weapon with the hip fire kills while moving, you won't be able to use the Gung Ho Proficiency to your advantage. But as I said, you don't really have to be using it or rely on sprinting. Just make sure, like, if you go up behind enemies or you're camping in a corner and someone runs by you, just make sure you're moving just forward or move side to side, just strafe while you're getting kills. And just make sure you're doing that, and these are overall really easy. You shouldn't have too much trouble with these. And for Death Artist, which is the last one, it is to get 50 headshots while using the Framble 18-inch precision barrel, the 16 gauge 10-round drum mags, and the Vital Proficiency. If you haven't already gotten the 50 headshots from the second category with this gun, now would be the time to actually start going for headshots, as you can stack both challenges at once. The combat shotgun is really powerful, so just aim for the head, aim a little higher when you're going for a kill. If you catch an enemy off guard, make sure you take the time to line up the shot, and these should come pretty easily for you. You only have to get 50 of them. Moving on to the next weapon, the Gracey Auto. So for survivalists, for this one, you have to get 100 hip fire kills, not while moving, just 100 regular hip fire kills, so you can be sitting still or camping in a corner or whatever it is you do to get these. But just make sure you are using the CGC 22-inch rapid barrel, the 12 gauge 7-round mags, and the Chariot sports stock. Hip fire kills obviously come really natural with shotguns, so this is just going to be a walk in the park. For mind games, once again, you need to get 50 more headshots while using the extra range mags, the Chariot S Huntsman stock, and the tight grip proficiency. Once again, just like the combat shotgun, don't worry too much about getting the first 50 headshots from the second category. Wait until you get this challenge unlocked and then start going for them so they will stack. Not much to say for this one except what I just said, which is just to aim higher, and if you catch an enemy off guard, just make sure you line up the shot. And for Death Artist, you're going to have to get 100 ADS or aim down sights kills while using the sawed-off barrel, the CGC H4 stock, and the Frenzy Proficiency. Once again, really straightforward challenge. Just make sure you are aiming. And last but certainly not least, for these shotguns, we have the double barrel. The survivalist is going to require you to get 50 headshots once again, so don't even worry about the first headshot challenge category. Just wait until you get this one unlocked and stack them. And for this one, you have to be using the Wilkie Huntsman barrel, the Wilkie Marksman stop, and the Vital Proficiency. For mind games, you have to get 100 hipfire kills, once again, not while moving, just 100 hipfire kills in general. It doesn't matter if you're moving or sitting still. You have to be using the 16 gauge mags, the remove stock, and the akimbo proficiency. This is actually a pretty decent loadout as well. I had a lot of fun going for this one. A lot of good gameplay getting this challenge, so this will come very natural to you. You literally can't even ADS since you have akimbo, so yeah, pretty much just run this setup and get kills. There's literally no way you can screw this one up. And finally, we have the Death Artist category, which is to get 100 ADS kills. Now, this is the challenge category for the double-barreled shotgun that is currently bugged, or it's not so much a bug as it's just literally impossible to complete this challenge because the game requires you to use an attachment that simply does not exist on the weapon. So unfortunately, this is the last one that I have left. I literally can't get it done. If you're watching this at a later date, I will have a pinned comment down below, as well as put in the description the updated challenge description. But at the time of me recording this video, which is November 16th or November 17th is when I ended up uploading this, the challenge is currently bugged. I'll still go ahead and go over it anyway. It requires you to use the sawed-off barrel, the fast-loading 12-gauge mags, which is the attachment that doesn't exist for this weapon, and the Panic Proficiency. So I guess what they're going to end up doing is either changing the mags that you have to use, or maybe just swapping out all attachments. I really don't know. Like I said, when they end up finally fixing this in a patch at a later date, I will leave a pinned comment down below. But it's really easy. You just get 100 ADS kills with whatever attachment they end up putting for the challenge. It's nothing hard. And with that, once you finally complete all of these challenges, you will have diamond shotguns. Congratulations, you did it. And that's pretty much it. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you're watching this at a time where the shotguns are still really powerful and Das Haus 24/7 or Shipment 24/7 is out, go ahead and get these shotguns done as much as you can before they end up nerfing them. Because while it's not confirmed, I have a feeling that they're gonna catch some kind of nerf, especially since everyone in the community has been complaining about them. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. Hopefully I will have another diamond guide out this week. I'm almost done with the SMGs. I've got 3 left, so I'm gonna be working on that as soon as possible. And so yeah, stay tuned for that. Also, I just want to go ahead and say thank you so much to everyone for all the support and the subscriptions and the likes lately. We finally hit 100 subscribers the other day, which is really awesome. So really appreciate the support, guys. Anyways, if you guys have any trouble or questions regarding any of these challenges and you need further help, let me know down in the comments and I will be more than happy to help you guys out as much as I possibly can. If you enjoyed this video or it did help you out in any way, consider leaving a like or leave a dislike if you didn't. There's really no hard feelings. And with that, I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.